All right.
All right.
Also, to bring Dave up to speed on what's going on here, got an email about something you said, but this was yesterday on this program, but I had forgotten all about when you said this. Yesterday, Chris Demm in a Demm report told us that the maple syrup supply is low in Canada, very low.
They have a gigantic reserve of, 133 million pounds?
Yeah.
But last year it was under 7 million.
Right. So it's way down, and they're saying your maple syrup prices could go up. Demand is up, and the
Production
all
down.
that is down. So a P1 listener says your conversation about maple syrup brought back an amazing memory of your attempt about a year and a half to 2 years ago to recall the new name of the pancake syrup previously known as Aunt Jemima. Dave incorrectly referred to it as Plantation Farms.
I was trying to remember the name.
The exact opposite of the brand's intent.
Now, Dave has been in a drug-induced haze most of the week.
I've been all over
That's
it.
right, yeah.
I don't know who I am.
He
What am I
cannot be
name?
held responsible.
Yeah, whatever he said this week. But this was a while. The Plantation Farms, I recall.
It was
you
not
said-
drug-induced that day.
Not that day. To bring you up to speed, he says that is called Pearl Milling Company.
Of course it is. You bet it is, brother.
Pearl Milling Company.
Missed it by a mile.
Just barely missed it.
Well,
Plantation Farms.
the picture on it was a plantation.
The
Is that
one-
what it was?
funny.
Now, it's a farm.
Now, funny you say that.
There's a difference.
The gentleman who emailed had some artistic ability because he made logos for Plantation Farm,
no.
but it was like a farm. It was like a barn and a farm and
Okay.
a logo.
Speaking of plantations,
Real
Kelly,
thing.
in movies, have you finished Django yet? Because a lot of that takes place on Candyland.
It does.
No.
I didn't. I haven't seen it yet. I should. We're going
so
on vacation.
good.
When we go on vacation, I should go and watch that because I love the first 20 minutes and then it went away from Netflix.
Now it is not a family movie.
No,
by any means.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't have the family watching that. But I may watch that one afternoon, alone, and just because I love the first 20 minutes. And people always say to me, "Don't you love DiCaprio?" And I didn't know he was in it. I never got to even see him in it. There's
that scene, and you know it when it happens. There's a famous dinner table scene, and DiCaprio and the main cast is all around the table, and DiCaprio slams his hand on the dinner table.
Oh yeah.
And during the shot, he breaks a glass and cuts his hand, the dickens out of his hand.
Yeah.
And they keep the cameras rolling.
Yeah.
And he just keeps acting and acting and acting, and he just kind of casually, wipes at it with his napkin or something, and they keep going and keep going. And I read that after the Tarantino yelled "cut," he got a standing ovation. They said, "We've never seen acting like that." He's so intense.
That's great acting, man.
God, I'd have been like, cut!
Well, we've seen you do a little acting
for less.
Much.
Cut! I'm injured.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes, we've seen that. That's right.
I would have
Beck,
immediately
can you
stopped
imagine?
that.
Where's my lawyer?
Cut for the day.
Yeah,
I quit.
That's it. It's over. I'm no longer acting.
That's a wrap.
There's a story today about weight loss. I'm glad Biggie's here to hear this. This is so
Here we
great.
go.
This is so great.
If you thought his "do the right thing" thing was awkward,
Now, listen.
Yeah.
See if you agree with this gentleman. He has gone on to
Biggie's
his.
reducing.
You're reducing
Yeah.
now. Okay, and you and I both have been up and down through the years. See if you and you are a big fan of Chipotle, or used to be anyway.
Yeah, don't go much anymore, to be honest.
This guy says he has lost a good amount of weight. I think it was like 60 or 70 pounds. He goes on TikTok and he says what he's noticed about after he's lost weight, he gets way better treatment and actually bigger portions since he's lost weight when he goes to Chipotle.
Like, I used to be 245 pounds, and now I'm 170. Before I lost weight, the way I was treated was so much worse. Like, I go to Chipotle, like, maybe once or twice a week, and every time I would order, I would get, like, a small portion of, like, whatever meat I ordered, whatever, like, toppings I ordered. Now that I lost the weight, I get served way better. Like, especially if I come in, like, wearing a tank top, I'm getting hooked up with all the meat that you could ask for, all the toppings. They just do it every single time without fail.
That's Nick Lift, who says he gets way more food now that he looks better, or he's fit, and he used to be overweight, and he's like, they treat me completely differently. And he goes on to say, really, wherever I am.
Or say you're in, like, any other store, or, like, any other scenario. Like, for me, I'll say, like, Best Buy, okay? I go to Best Buy pretty often. I used to before, and I do now. And I don't know, but it just feels like workers are way more willing to help you when you look better. But I'm telling you, if you haven't like tried being like not overweight, like bro, I was overweight my whole life. You got to try it at least once.
Try being not overweight.
That's
Yeah,
great.
try that.
You do get better treatment.
Worth a
Thanks.
shot.
Yeah, according to him. You think that's true? You think you now? You know, like a model, of course, gets better treatment, but he's gone from being overweight to just like regular guy, and he says it's way different.
I think there's something to it.
You do,
I'm sure, yeah.
I don't think
but
there is at Chipotle.
You don't, but he said it's a measurable difference.
That's in his head.
You think?
Yeah.
I thought those things were pretty standard.
Yeah, the scoops are the same.
No, but somebody said that there was like a legal case where he said when he ordered through the app or something, he got more food than when he went in, or vice versa. Remember that? There was a guy who said that was totally different.
I thought he was going to say he got more food when he was
bigger.
Bigger, yeah.
So what he's saying is
Here you go, chunk.
yeah.
Yeah.
You'd think that.
You know
but-
what you want. Here's your guac.
Yeah.
No, he said people.
You know you want cheese.
No,
Extra.
He's saying people.
Would it kill you to go half meat?
What are you even doing in here?
That's the way they did it. They were like, "Oh, you need to reduce. Let's put a little less on your plate." I don't know if anybody's really experienced that.
Well, I mean, and
he
as for
said.
the second, his second supposition, I mean, we're all human. We're all wired to be nicer to things that we're attracted to.
Yeah.
Now, whether he's
Oh,
or
yeah.
not he is attractive or not, I don't know.
right, but more so than he used to be, at least in his mind. You know, he's because he's reduced
But I mean,
weight.
study after study after study will show that people who are quote unquote considered better looking
Oh yeah.
have better jobs, they get better pay,
Yeah.
they're treated better.
Well,
Wherever they go.
I believe that.
He may exude more confidence now,
because he looks
which
point.
is part of it.
Very good point.
Maybe
Dave.
he's putting off better vibes.
very good
Yeah.
point.
Mm-hmm.
Even through your fog,
I don't know what I'm saying.
your haze.
I don't know what you said.
He's cut out. You know what he's done? He's cut out the plantation farms, and he's actually eating right.
Yeah.
That's right.
He's not putting so much syrup on his pancakes anymore.
We're not eating the pancakes.
No. There's an overweight alligator that is in the news today.
Yeah, they're out there.
I'm glad Biggie's here. I wanted Biggie to hear this.
Okay.
An overweight alligator was found behind the old Coca-Cola plant up in New Jersey. No, he's not.
High
Poor
fructose
guy.
corn syrup.
No, he's in Florida. Sorry, it's in Florida. And some neighbors have said, "My God, that's the fattest alligator we've ever seen in our
All
life."
the kids know there's a gator there. Don't feed them. Don't mess with them. You know, I don't even allow them over here.
I just hope nobody don't, jump the fence or it don't come out and somebody get attacked.
They've rescued this gator.
What's he eating?
Well, now,
Good question.
Just drinking Coke?
he probably just ate, right?
You think so? They say they say he is 400 pounds, and that's too large for this size gator. The expert, they've
Are we
taken him
body
in.
shaming the reptile?
We are. We
Is
are.
that a lot for an alligator?
For this one, for the length he is, apparently this is a lot for that alligator.
For his height?
Yeah, and there is an alligator expert who has
Is
taken
it
it.
Steve Irwin?
He's taken him in. No, he's taken him in and said we're going to have to put him on a special diet.
That's a little heavy for that animal. The trapper caught the alligator and brought him over. It really isn't far away, probably 3-4 miles away. All of our alligators get a mix of pelleted diet. There's a diet made by Missouri. That's the Purina company. That's made just for alligators and crocodiles. We feed a lot of that. We also feed fish. We also feed chicken. So we'll do that on a regular basis, and hopefully with time he'll slender down a little bit.
That is the director of Croc Encounters.
What's he been eating? Sandwiches?
Poor
John
beast.
Panner. Yeah, I wonder what he has been eating because he's been living right by maybe the Coke plant. Maybe the syrup is leaking
Get
into
leaked out into the water?
leaked into the swamp.
Just back there like, leave me alone.
Very possible.
I'll save you. Please don't.
I'm fine.
He's
I'm a
happy where he
gator.
is.
I was here on this planet 10,000 years before you
That's
were.
right. And there
We
he is.
need to slim you down.
That's right. They're going to slim.
Idiotic.
It is.
They're giving him.
I want to know what he's been eating.
That's a really good question.
Mule deer?
Or mule deer.
Do you think
the country singer?
the deer that come by, is that what?
Yeah, or birds. I mean, I thought
guess.
they ate, and when they're hungry, and then they don't for a while.
It's rare to see an overweight alligator.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean,
They're just big.
They're just big to begin with, and then they got to slim him down. They're giving him. You heard
got
the
a
diet.
belly?
You heard the diet. Yeah, he's got a little paunch. He's hanging on to a little holiday weight. Apparently, even still.
We had some roof work done at our house recently, and one of the guys on the crew, his name is Chris, and super guy, very good at his job, and he is raising snakes at his home, non-venomous, the pythons, and he's kind of, I think he wants to maybe have a side hustle.
Yeah.
And he showed me some of his possessions. Some these are these beautiful albino constrictors.
Yeah.
And one of them had this giant lump in its stomach. And I said, did it just eat? He said, yep. And I said, what did it eat? He said, 4-pound rabbit.
Ooh.
Oh, I was
4-pounder.
I was afraid you were going to say that.
That hurts.
My daughter's listening. This is her time to listen.
He said the hardest part of his day of feeding the snakes is that the bunnies come frozen and you have to bring them up to room temp.
Oh, you got to thaw them.
Well, yeah, it's not going to eat frozen food. It's like, you're not going to eat the frozen Stouffer's.
No, you got to thaw that.
You got to
out.
heat it up.
Does so that's the hardest. Why did the snakes see it over there and like, all right, give it to me?
Warm it up. I'll eat it.
Yeah.
I'm not eating
Well,
that.
nobody likes cold food. It's supposed to be.
No.
Biggie's right.
Warm it up. Can he use in a pinch? Can he use the microwave defroster setting?
No, because that
Well, I don't know if
messes
you
it
want
up.
your frozen bunny in your micro.
No, probably not.
Because the inside's like boiling hot, and it's never hot on the outside.
True. How long does it take for a bunny to?
No, I didn't ask to
thaw?
digest and get.
Well,
to thaw?
it's first to thaw and then to digest. Yeah.
I don't know, but he said it kind of stinks.
Then don't do it.
It's a businessman.
I don't know about that business.
Anyways, happy Easter.
Coming up.
God, those poor rabbits.
They never had a chance.
I'm going to be a pet one day. I'm going to show you. I'm getting out of this joint. No, you're snake food.
All right.
Step into the chamber.